Hi guys, in this video I'm going to show you how to write IELTS General Training Task 1 piece. I'm a native speaker, but what we'll do is I'll talk to you how to structure your writing piece and what things to look out for. I'm using this system called esenglish.herokuapp.com, and you can try it too. You can check out my essay on this system and also practice yourself with free practice questions, and you can share with your teacher and tutor. So let's start. First of all, I'm choosing IELTS General Training. I'm going to choose Writing Task 1 to do, and it starts. Immediately a countdown timer will start clocking down to the seconds, and what this helps you to do is you can practice knowing that you're against the timer, and you can improve each time to make sure that in the exam you're writing just enough at the right time. So it's fantastic. So let's start. The question is, you should spend 20 minutes on this task. You are a new graduate, and for 3 months your manager has allocated you in a mundane position where you are not learning anything new. Write an email in English to your manager. In your letter, express your frustrations and reasons, negotiate a way forward that would be suitable for you, and I need to write at least 150 words. I don't need to write any addresses. And they've given me a starting point. I start with Dear. I'll just start. In the exam, think of just a simple name. Don't spend much time thinking about new names or so within the exam. I like to always have a planning and a writing section. This planning section up here is mainly just for my own use. Okay, so let's look at planning. So let's look at what they want. They want 20 minutes, that's fine. Okay, new graduate and 3 months. Okay, let's assume that we've been placed to do photocopying. What else? Collecting coffees. Making coffees. What else do new graduates sometimes do? And answering phones. And pretty much that's it. And I need to write it to my manager. And frustrated, we have to, why is he frustrated? Well, by doing these things, there's no learning, lack of employment prospects in the future, and what else? I maybe have skills that are not being utilized. What else do we need? We need to negotiate a way forward. So this part here in the planning allows you to pretty much set the structure. I'm going to organize to book a time in the manager's calendar to discuss if there is possibility to extend the scope of my daily tasks. Okay. And that's suitable for us because it is an email, so we don't need to write as much in an email, and the language can be less formal. So we're writing the email now. So Dear John, first of all, let's start off maybe by being appreciative of being in this organization. Dear John, I wish to update you on the progress of the position that you have placed me in, and raise some concerns I have with it. While I am grateful for the position that this organization has offered to me, there are a few concerns. This is instead of saying there are a few concerns, we don't want to repeat our writing. What we could say is, while I'm grateful for the position that this organisation has offered me, the position in which I have been placed for the last 3 months. Notice 3 months, because it's under 10, we write in the worded form. For the last 3 months has solely been restricted to the following tasks. Photocopying, data entry, let's look at what else, collecting coffees or making coffees, answering phones. And answering phones. So commas after each one and full stop. While I understand that a graduate position is an entry-level position, I'm frustrated. The frustration is stemming. Instead of saying that, because it is still an email, we need to keep it still a bit light and achieve the goal, which is to organize instead of that, book a time in your calendar to discuss the possibility of extending the scope of my daily tasks to include that some client-related work. Okay, so let's go back to here. We can also jump back and forth, okay? So while I understand that a graduate position is an entry-level position, these activities, if they continue, will not enhance my future career prospects and further are not taking advantage of the other skills I have to offer and which were outlined in our initial discussions. Now you'd like to look at a way forward. I'd like to book a time in your calendar to discuss the possibility of extending the scope of my daily tasks to include some client-related work. Kind regards. Vivian. So let's look at this. Dear John, I wish to update you on the progress of the position that you have placed me in and raise some concerns I have with it. While I'm grateful for the position that this organisation has offered me, so you want to say in the email that you are open, okay? The position in which I have placed for the last 3 months has solely been restricted to the following tasks. What you've done now is you've said, well, this is the only thing I've been doing for the 3 months. Photocopy, and then you have to say, why is that a problem? Well, I understand that a graduate position is an entry-level position. These activities, comma, if they continue, will not enhance my future career prospects, and further, they are not taking advantage of other skills I have to offer and which were outlined in our initial discussions. I'd like to book a time in your calendar to discuss the possibility of extending, not extended, the scope of my daily tasks to include some more client-related works. And now we need to get to the point that, you know, is this going to be okay with you? We'll say that. Instead of saying that, we should really ask the question, because he is the manager, would it be possible to book a time in your calendar to discuss the possibility of extending the scope of my daily task to include some client-related work? And keep it as a question. Kind regards, Vivian. Okay, so this is how you would set up your email, and that would be pretty much a writing task 1. It is 150 words. Again, just note that I am a native speaker, and you could take the whole 20 minutes. The important part is to plan. Then you need to set up exactly what they've asked you to do. So let's tick off everything. Okay, I've noted that I'm new graduate, 3 months, and mundane position where you are not learning anything new. So you put things like photocopying down, and I understand it's an entry-level activity. They won't enhance my career prospects, okay? Because they're not learning anything. They've written the email, that's fine. In your letter, I've expressed my frustrations and reasons, so I've done that. But we've also negotiated a way forward, which will be suitable for us. And this is this part. Possible to book a time in your calendar to discuss the possibility of extending the scope of my daily task to include some more client-related work. What that means is you can actually take an action, which is within an email. The best action is those simple ones, so booking a time in the calendar, and that's suitable because that discussion will then lead to something else. So that's it for writing the IELTS essay. You can check this essay out at esenglish.herokuapp.com. We have 8 minutes spare, but in your writing piece, just take as much time as you want, and good luck with your IELTS writing.